Hello, my dear friends. Yes, for those who don't know me, I'm Brother Sean with a husky voice. The Dusky Beauty, I'm afraid. A reflection for Lent. But no, a reflection for every day of the year. Who do you say I am? For those who are Christian and follow the teachings of Jesus, and I know many who are not Christian have a great respect for Jesus as a holy man. As I, a practicing, committed Catholic Christian lay monastic Franciscan who embraces all faiths, I respect the teachings of Muhammad and the Lord Buddha. I also embrace the beautiful teachings of Rumi and Osho, Mir Baba, Vishnu, Ganesh and Krishna. But coming back to that wonderful, fully loaded statement from Jesus to his followers, and who do you say that I am? Today, you must agree it's not really fashionable to say that you're a Christian or to say that you're a follower of Jesus or that you have a love affair with God. Why is that? Well, I guess I can only speak to you from my heart, and this is not an academic response. It's not a theologically loaded statement. It comes from the heart, from many years of trying to understand who is this guy Jesus, and who do I say that he is? Well, I guess I can say now with clarity that Jesus for me is not only the Son of God, but that he is my brother, he is my friend, he is my teacher. And his life has had a profound impact on my own life in later years. And although I was a young, inexperienced, very foolish, immature nursing monk, I never really comprehended the full impact of having a love affair with God. And I think that's understandable, and I think it's true for all of us, particularly when you open the papers today and you see the scandals associated with religion and men and women of God who cause soul entrapment for so many young people. But we have to move on, and we have to keep our mind focused on that statement. Who do you say I am? I know where I live here in this small rural village in the South Lakes in the United Kingdom, there is a mindset, and it reminds me of the Agatha Christie shows Miss Marple. It's very twin set in pearls. Many, I would imagine, give a lip service to God, and they do things for the sake of doing them, or, forgive me for judging, being seen to be doing these things. It's all about keeping up appearances. But today, in the year 2012, many of us already are experiencing a decluttering in our spiritual life, where we're being brought back to simplicity, to the little way, a way that is devoid of fear, self-hate, and it's more about embracing your true identity as a beloved child of God. So when someone says, and who do you say Jesus is? And I just say, he's my best pal, because he's picked me up when I left myself in the gutter. He's dusted me down when I couldn't be bothered. And he's carried me throughout my life, showering me with love. But I could never see that imprint on my heart. So I am not embarrassed to say my own personal take on who is Jesus. For me, he is real as the nose on my face. And his love, well, all I can say is that when I hit an all-time low 14 years ago through mental illness, initiated by a well-known happy pill called Prozac, where I was trying to deal with death and dying of a very dear friend. The senior nurse in palliative care was coming apart, and I did lots of crazy things. But at that time I was out of control. But what I didn't see then, what I do see now, is that this guy we call Jesus carried me, supported me, he nurtured me. And I'm not a born-again Christian. I'm a child of God who's been reawakened to the importance of letting go and allowing God be in my life, and not to be afraid to even wear my habit, which is my uniform. It's my uniform that God is a God of love, and that he cares deeply and passionately about his children. Although you wouldn't think that today when you look at what's going on around you, with man's inhumanity to man. But God is a God of love, and today he's calling you and me to stand up and be counted as spiritual Olympians for peace, for unity, for the integration of all faiths. I think what we have done as children of God, to God, we have committed a great disservice by establishing all these cults and cliques and temples of worship, because they've alienated all other beliefs. We've got in the Catholic Christian tradition, we've got at least 2,000 different subgroups who call themselves Christian. And then within Buddhism, you've got so many factions and divisions, and the same in Hindu and Sikh and Islam. And Islam, all of these beliefs are beautiful and pure. But man, we have taken away the simplicity and made it a rod for our back to beat ourselves up. So who do I say Jesus is? I say he is a man of love, a man of God, a man of peace, a man who understands me, a man who is willing to accept me regardless, a friend who has touched my life and picked me up when I gave up on myself while in deep despair with suicidal ideation, one of the side effects of Prozac. And my doing this short video is a testimony to what God can do for you if you're willing to surrender, if you're willing to trust, if you're willing to take a leap of faith. So that when others ask you, and who do you say Jesus is? If you're not ashamed, you're not shy or frightened or apprehensive, and just say it as it is, then know this: his words will come true for you as they will for me. Because he said, if you deny me before men, I will deny you before my Father, Mother God. Strong words. Could be seen as a threat, but it's not. It's about prioritizing what is right, what is relevant, and what's irrelevant. Today, our loving Father, Mother God, and Gaia need warriors for peace, for the integration of all faiths, not to establish more divisions, but to become a kingdom builder for peace. Are you willing? Are you willing to come out of your comfort zone and say with clarity, with affirmation and conviction, that Jesus is my friend, my brother, my teacher, that he is the best pal I've ever had? Namaste.